Okay, I'm actually gonna wait a couple days before I upload this, but beyond that is there's an argument that does go on. I just thought about this, but I think there is truth to it. There's the argument of aesthetics versus reality. And I was just watching this video of a guy talking about the Grand Mufti of Jerusalem, Al Husseini, getting an SS division. I say to myself, well, it wasn't a division; it was more like a regiment. And even then, when they went to training in France, the Germans treated them like shit, so they went on a rebellion. And then, by the time they actually got into fighting in Bosnia and everything else, a lot of them fled. So it's like, how is that a dub on any level? It's not, that's the whole thing of aesthetics versus reality. So, I mean, you'll see all this type of things like Wignats and, some Nazgûls will do this too, where it's just like, oh, yeah, it was so base seeing uh, the guys out there doing doing the Hajj or something like that, doing the Muslim prayer and all that business. And it's just like, oh, yeah, you see the German guy, he's doing prayer too. It's like, that's propaganda, dude. The reality is the Germans treat them like shit. Same thing with the Dutch, even. Germans didn't even like the Dutch. It's like that, the whole thing is that they call them, the joke, excuse me, the joke about the Dutch is that they're swamp Germans. That's the whole thing. But it's like aesthetics versus reality. It's the same thing with Syria. It's like, we can all say, oh, yeah, Assad is based. Look at all these cool videos about him. The actual truth of it is, and maybe the neocons maybe have a tiny point about this, is that basically Russia does own Syria. I'll be honest with you. They do. They have support from Hezbollah. They get support from Iran, the IRGC. Or I want to make sure I got the. Anyway, but yeah. But they get all this support and everything else like that. But it's like the reality is, though, is that, Russia basically controls them. So yeah, I'm honest about that. Um, you know, I would just say that it's just kind of ridiculous seeing this type of thing. But I think that it's an argument to be said. It's like there's plenty of aesthetics and there's a lot of wow, there's a lot of cool looking stuff and whatnot. It's like yeah, but the reality is a whole different thing. And I think that it's the same thing when I was really talking about the Fed posty Civil War type of stuff. It was pretty. I was living in the idea of aesthetics, like yeah, it's gonna be like it's gonna be like a movie, bro, where we're gonna be doing all sorts of crazy shit and whatnot and avoiding. It's not gonna be like that though. It's gonna be much worse. So yeah, like I said, I just want to make this a shorty little video here. I think, like I say, I'll probably wait a couple days. Oh, excuse me, before I upload it. But yeah. Anyway, I hope y'all are having a good rest time before the new year. I could talk about the RV bombing in Nashville. Nashville. I'm sorry, I got to pronounce it right. Yeah, Nashville. But not enough information has come out yet. You know, um, it's probably going to be they're probably going to find some wignet. I guarantee they're going to find some sort of wignet. They're going to find some sort of some guy who's going to be disgruntled. Maybe he's a Trump supporter even. Oh, they found a Trump supporter with a van. Same thing as that other guy. So yeah, that's probably what it is. They'll probably just do that. Hell, I mean, the reality though is probably it was a Fed that was maybe trying to test stuff, or maybe it was like a junior agent or something like that. For the FBI, it's like okay, all right, guy, this is your final test. Can you actually get this to work and to actually who the hell knows, right? But yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. That's my thoughts right now. I know that's kind of conspiratorial, but you know what? I don't care. I hope y'all have a good one and goodbye.